Alright, hello everyone. I've been meaning to do a video like this for a while, but I spend a lot of my free time doing this challenge in Pokemon Ultra Sun, where I basically try and get to 100 wins with a single team, and I build all my teams around like different Pokemon. I started off just doing like all of the new legendaries from Sun and Moon, and I was able to win with all of them, like all the new legendaries and Ultra Beasts. So now I'm on to Mega Evolutions. So I've done Mega Venusaur, both Charizards. I'm on Blastoise right now. And I'm at 90 wins. So I only have 10 more battles left. I did record another video like this before, but it was with a different emulator. And the battles were so slow. Like, I could only do 2 battles. But, I'm trying something different now, and this actually has a speed up button, so it's very, very nice. And it just runs better in general too, even without the speed up. So, let's go ahead and just take a look at the team here. I have some chill Blue Archive music going on because, I don't know, I've been kind of low energy lately. But yep, we're doing Super Single. That is 3v3 with level 50 Pokemon. This Celesteela right here is level 100, but the game is going to force it back down to level 50 for these fights. And, yeah, this is the Battle Tree, which is like... I think it was ever since, like, Fire Red Leaf Green? Or maybe Ruby Sapphire, they started doing, like, this thing called the Battle Tower in the post-game. My encoding's overloaded, that's not good. Click off this, just in case. Okay. That's weird, I think I had that problem last time too. But, yeah, Battle Tower would be basically every Pokemon is level 50, and you can't use the same items on more than one Pokemon, so everyone has to have a different item. And, legendaries. If legendaries have like high enough stats, like they're super OP legendaries, then they're not going to be allowed. But they also don't allow like mythicals either, like Mew and Jirachi. Even though their stats are like pretty comparable to some other legendaries here. But yeah, let's just look over the team here. We've got Mega Blastoise. Its ability is Rain Dish, but most of the time I use this, it's just going to Mega Evolve as soon as possible anyway. So, Mega Evolving changes Blastoise's ability, so don't have to worry about Rain Dish too much. But we have a Hydro Cannon for my Water type move. So this is really strong, but makes it so I can't move the next turn. Normally, I don't like moves like that, like Hyper Beam, Giga Impact. Usually, I don't like using those, especially in like a 3v3 setting, because every turn means so much, because the battle's like a lot faster paced compared to 6v6. But it's like, it's weirdly better than a lot of Blastoise's other water moves, because like, when it Mega Evolves, it gets Mega Launcher, which boosts the power of all of its Aura and Pulse moves. So Aura Sphere, Dark Pulse, and Dragon Pulse all get stronger with Mega Launcher. That's why I'm using all of these moves. It's like the strongest coverage moves Blastoise has. And you could use Water Pulse can boost now with Mega Launcher too, but it only becomes 90 power, which isn't very strong, especially if you come across a Pokemon that isn't weak to any of these types here. And I could run Hydro Pump, which is like usually more consistent than Hydro Cannon. But I missed out on some pretty important KOs, I think. Like, there's some Pokemon I would really want to make sure I can take out in one hit that I cannot with Hydro Pump. Plus, Hydro Pump just has less accuracy. So if I'm like forced to use a water move, I'd rather not miss. So that's why we're running Hydro Cannon. It has a little bit better accuracy. And it helps me KO Pokemon like Mega Charizard X. And yeah, that was like the main concern really, because Blastoise is my only fire resist on this team. But for the most part, Blastoise's role is to just be really tanky, almost impossible to KO in one hit, and get a kill back with a really strong attack, or just do as much damage as possible. Next Pokemon is Celesteela. This thing's a Steel Flying type. So basically, if Blastoise ever has to fight a Grass type, I go Celesteela, because Steel and Flying both beat Grass really well. And this moveset's kind of gross, but Leech Seed allows Celesteela to basically steal HP from an enemy Pokemon every turn. Like at the end of every turn, it steals like 1/8 of their HP. Substitute is a pretty cool move. You like create a shield for yourself that can block damage, but you have to sacrifice your own HP to do so. So it takes 25% of your max HP to use a substitute. But whenever you're behind a substitute, you can't get hit by any status conditions, and any move that's like just a damaging move won't damage you directly, it'll hit the substitute instead. And if someone has a move that's strong enough to break your substitute, then that extra damage won't like get transferred to Celesteela or anything. So like, let's say I'm fighting a Pokemon with a fire move, because Steel's weak to fire, and that fire move can do like 50% of Celesteela's health. If I'm behind a substitute, then the fire move just breaks the substitute, because it does more than 25%, but I'm not going to lose any extra HP that same turn. Which works out really nicely with leftovers, because this item lets me heal a little bit every turn. And between Substitute, Leech Seed, and Protect, which just blocks all moves that turn, almost every move. There's some moves that go through Protect, but it's pretty rare. But yeah, between these three moves on the bottom, like Celesteela can just like kind of survive for a really, really long time, while it's just like slowly stealing HP away with Leech Seed. Or I can like use Substitute and Protect the power point stall a really strong move until the Pokemon can't use it anymore. And Air Slash is my damaging move. So Grass types are immune to Leech Seed, but Celesteela is like the main Grass counter on the team. So it really needs a way to hit Grass types well, so that's why I've opted for Flying move here. And it also has a chance to flinch too, which is pretty nice, because it's just like a free turn for more leftovers recovery, more Leech Seed, health stealing. And with its ability Beast Boost, if I kill a Pokemon with an attacking move, like direct damage, then I gain a stat boost in my highest stat that is not HP. So for the stats my Celesteela has, whenever I get a kill with Air Slash, I get extra special defense. I get a special defense boost. And the first time you boost a stat, it's like a 50% boost, so it's really good. And last Pokemon is Gliscor. Gliscor is mainly for taking electric moves for both Blastoise and Celesteela. Celesteela is only weak to fire and electric, so Gliscor handles electric well. Blastoise can switch into a fire type and beat it 1v1 with Hydro Cannon most of the time. But Gliscor is also just really tanky, and it has Earthquake to help deal with fire types too. And then with Gliscor as ground flying typing, it's only weak to water and ice, which Blastoise resists, but a lot of them also get stalled out pretty nicely by Celesteela. Because Celesteela, even though it doesn't resist water and ice, its defensive stats are so high that it's really hard to do like lots of damage to it. Now with Gliscor, I can't run leftovers again because of how items work here. But Gliscor is cool because he has this ability called Poison Heal, which basically it's how it sounds. If you get poisoned, the poison heals you instead of damaging you every turn. So he gets to hold this item called a Toxic Orb, where after your first turn with that Pokemon, it poisons you. And then you can just start healing with all of that poison every turn, and it's really nice. And this Gliscor also has kind of a stally set, like Celesteela. Protect combos really nicely with Poison Heal, because with leftovers, you get 1/16 of your max HP, so that's like 6.25%. Poison Heal gives you 1/8 of your HP, so 12.5%. And if I could fit Substitute and Protect on this Gliscor, I would. But I really think it needs all of these other moves too. But usually Substitute Protect is really good, because you can like substitute, and even if somebody can break your sub in one turn, if you protect the next turn, then Poison Heal just recovers all the HP that you used to create the substitute in the first place. So you can just kind of alternate between that forever. But other moves are more important here. Roost automatically or immediately recovers 50% of my HP, but I lose my flying type until the end of the turn. And it's a pretty interesting healing move because Gliscor, with its typing, after it roosts, it's going to become weak to grass, but it will take some less damage from ice. It will still be weak to ice, but it won't be quite as bad. And it'll gain a rock resist. But I'll also lose a whole bunch of resistances, like I'll be able to be hit by ground moves. I can take more damage from fighting, bug, and grass, but I already said that. So you kind of have to be careful with Roost, because if you're faster, then depending on who you're fighting, it could be like bad for you defensively, even though it's healing you. Toxic lets me poison an enemy Pokemon, but instead of like how regular poison works, this deals badly poisoned. So that means the damage from poison increases every turn. So it starts off like 1/16 max HP, then 1/8, and then 1/6, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger from there. Now Earthquake helps me deal with those pesky electric types that really threaten these other two. Pokemon immune to Toxic would be mainly Steel types and Poison types, but both of those types are also weak to Earthquake. And again, like I mentioned before, Earthquake's good for Fire types, for Celesteela. And Earthquake plus Toxic is just really good coverage in general that can take down most Pokemon. There are some Pokemon that are actually straight up immune to both Earthquake and Toxic, but most of those guys can't really deal with Celesteela and Blastoise combined that well. So yeah, this team has been pretty solid at covering everything I've fought so far. Like, I've got 90 wins with no save states or anything. Sometimes I give myself save states, but this team's been doing really, really good. Oh yeah, I always do this. I always back out and forget that I'm, like, in the thing where I start the challenge. But yep, I'm at 90 wins. That's 10 battles away. Hopefully I don't, like, mess anything up here. Hopefully I don't get a really bad matchup, but so far I've been able to handle every matchup. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm going to probably only use speed up if I'm like doing protect and all these other stall tactics with Celesteela and Gliscor, because that's kind of what most battles turn into. Okay, so Tama sends out a Flygon. Now, I do have a website I can use to like kind of figure out what movesets everything is running. If you're going for long win streaks, then having something like that is really important. Now, Flygon's interesting. It's Dragon Ground. Celesteela is usually really good against that, but this one might have Flamethrower. So I think instead, I'm just gonna Mega Evolve Blastoise and let it get a kill with Dragon Pulse. And yeah, that's what Mega Evolution looks like. Draco Meteor, so it was the special set with Flamethrower, but Dragon Pulse easily kills this back. And Blastoise still has over half of his HP, that's really nice. Now, Blissey. This thing sucks. Okay. So the problem with Blissey is it has the highest HP in the game, and the highest special defense. Well, not the highest special defense, but like the combination of HP and special defense is like the best in the game. Oh, this one's Thunderbolt. Okay, so that means it also has Ice Beam. So I want to switch to Celesteela. But yeah, Blastoise, even though Aura Sphere is super effective. Yeah, this is really gonna suck, okay. I have to Leech Seed it as fast as possible. Luckily I Calm-Minded instead of going for Thunderbolt. But Blastoise is a special attacker. Aura Sphere is a special attack, so even though Aura Sphere is super effective, it's gonna barely do any damage to this. So that's why I'm just opting for a Celesteela approach instead. Now the great thing about Leech Seed versus Blissey is it has so much HP to steal that I literally get all of my health back from creating a substitute in one turn. Now this Blissey does have leftovers, so this is going to take a while, so I'm going to go ahead and speed up. If this was not leftovers Blissey, this would be a lot faster. But that's okay. I wonder if I can change the speed up settings for it to be like even faster. But yeah, we're just stalling out the Blissey because it's offensive Blissey instead of the weird uh, toxic Blissey with Minimize. I think in my other video I recorded, it was also me finding Blissey like this. Like, Blissey is the worst Pokemon to show up if you're trying to like make a video and like make something look cool and fun. Okay. Yeah, like, since it calm-minded and rose its special defense so much, Air Slash probably doesn't kill even from there. That's how much like HP and special defense it has. Now Snorlax, yet another tanky normal type. Let's see. These two sets don't really deal with Celesteela too well, so I think I can Leech Seed without a sub. Yep, okay, Crunch. That should be fine. Now luckily, I don't think Snorlax breaks my substitute, so I get to actually click Air Slash a few times, and it's gonna be great. Yeah, this is not the greatest first battle for this, but it's okay. Well, he gets a crit, so he gets to break my sub, but you know what? I have a lot of power points, so I can set up more substitutes. And then get the kill with Air Slash. Never mind, it missed. Okay. He's just gonna die to Leech Seed instead. And yeah, Celesteela's Beast Boost did not activate at all during that battle because everybody died to indirect damage from Leech Seed instead of Air Slash. Or sent out Chestnut. Okay, this should be more interesting. So Chestnut is grass fighting, not good for my Blastoise, but that's really good for Celesteela, because both of those types are weak to flying. Ooh, and this one's the special set, okay. If I can, I want to try and have a substitute up when I kill this Pokemon. Focus Blast has decently low accuracy, but there's also a good chance it just hits all of them anyway. It only has 5 power points though, so he's gonna run out pretty fast. Get myself some water, don't mind me. Okay. Air Slash, there we go. And yep, there's my Beast Boost now, so... I have more special defense for Volcarona, which might be kind of important. This thing's a fire type, so I'm probably not going to stay in too long. Oh, I dodged. That's amazing. Okay. So normally I would just alternate Protect and all that, but this thing has a move called Quiver Dance that boosts special attack, special defense, and speed. And yeah, since it actually has a fire move to hit Celesteela really hard, that's kind of a problem. So I'm just going to try and get a lot of damage with Air Slash while it goes for Quiver Dance. Now, luckily this one doesn't really have a healing move, so I should be fine. Let's just Air Slash again. Yeah. I don't think it dies this turn. But it might die next turn, so I can Protect and find out. Yep, there we go. And yep, special defense boost still, because I didn't switch out Celesteela. And Hydreigon is here now. If it's Taunt Flamethrower, that's pretty scary for my team. But it looks like it's the physical set instead, which is a lot less scary. So I think instead of doing the substitute stuff, I'm just gonna speed it up with Air Slash. Substitute's just like really safe because in general you get protected from all of the secondary effects moves can have. So Crunch, for example, can lower my defense. It's like a 20% chance. But if I'm behind a substitute, I never get that defense drop ever. Or like Flamethrower has a chance to burn, but if I'm behind a substitute, then it can't burn. Like any secondary effect from a move, you're protected from. So yeah, if I ever like stream this challenge in the future, probably gonna see Substitute on a lot of Pokemon because it's just so good. Okay, Cradilly's a grass rock, and it's too tanky to die to Aura Sphere. So I think I'm gonna go to Gliscor because its offensive stats aren't very high, and I'll be able to Toxic it. It's immune to... okay, it had no moves to hit me, so they switched out to Excadrill. But that's okay, because Gliscor beats Excadrill pretty well. I'm just gonna Earthquake. Yeah, it's a Steel type, so it's weak to ground. Even though it's a ground type itself. And the best thing he can do is Rock Slide. I can Protect and get back to max HP. And Earthquake for my KO. So I already know Gliscor beats 2 Pokemon. Here comes Tyranitar to set the sand back up. T-Tar's kind of interesting because Gliscor beats some sets well, but some of the other sets can be scary. But a lot of them also run Dragon Dance, which can boost attack and speed. And there's a particular set that Mega Blastoise probably can't one-shot. So, yeah, I think I'm just gonna Toxic. Yeah. So Dragon Dance, there's a chance this could be Dragon Dance Ice Beam, but I don't think it is, otherwise it would probably just click Ice Beam. Okay, it's trying to Dragon Dance again. Let's see. It should take 2 more turns to die from poison, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna Roost in case it attacks. Yeah. Oh no, just 1 turn. Okay, I got protected. Oh well. Alright, now we get to kill Cradilly because it's like actually defenseless, it can't do anything to me. AI doesn't let Pokemon use moves that I'm immune to, so it's just stuck spamming Protect over and over. I said I would only use Speed Up when battles would be stally, but I just always have it on now. But you know what, that's okay, because for months, like over a year, I've been playing this game where Speed Up, like the fastest speed up I could do was regular game speed, and it would dip down to like 60, 50, 40% of regular game speed. Even when I had like speed unlocked. It was so bad. I did not catch this trainer's name, but that's okay because I have another website that just shows me every moveset that exists in Battletree. Okay, so Empoleon, yeah, most of these don't really deal with Blastoise, so I'm just gonna Mega Evolve an Aura Sphere. It's a Steel type, so it's weak to Fighting, while I resist most moves it can go for. Berry Surf. Okay, so he got a special attack raise, but that still didn't really do that much damage. Meganium. Blastoise does not beat Meganium, but you know who does? Celesteela. Meganium usually just has like Grass move and Earthquake for offensive moves, but it is like really defensive with its stats, and it usually just uses like Reflect Light Screen, which reduces damage it takes. It'll use like annoying status moves or raise evasion. Like, this thing just exists to be annoying, not actually deal damage to you. I'm kinda surprised it broke my sub though, gonna be honest. Let's see, it used Light Screen earlier. Oh, it's Light Clay, okay. Well, if I protect here, then Light Screen should wear off the next turn? Right? Like at the end of this turn here? Yeah, okay. So Light Screen's gone. That reduces damage from special moves, it like cuts it in half. So now my Air Slash isn't doing less damage than usual. Samura. I did not catch what move it used, so I'm just gonna protect. Waterfall. Okay. That is totally fine because I can just substitute forever. Yeah, I made sure to put some speed on this Celesteela. In Pokemon, you can like kind of min-max your stats a little bit. So I made sure to put speed on Celesteela because as soon as I get Leech Seed on a Pokemon, I can just alternate, substitute, and protect forever. And like the reason I don't spam protect is protect's success rate, like the chance it actually works and shields you, that gets reduced every turn you use it in a row. And I think they even nerfed it for these games too. Like Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Because before, it'd be like, first turn protect always works, and then it's like a 50% chance, 25% chance, you know, like 1/2, 1/4, 1/8, and it would go from there. But now they do it like 100% chance, and then 1/3, 1/9, 1/27th. So, yeah, in general, clicking protect twice in a row, unless you're like super desperate and you just need to stall that one extra turn, it's really not a good idea. Because it can very easily go wrong. Alright, Heatran. So, Heatran is a legendary Fire Steel type. I could one-hit KO it with Hydro Cannon, but one of these Heatran sets has Focus Sash as an item, which means it will always survive with 1 HP. Well, okay. If it's full HP and you do enough damage to kill it, it will survive with 1 HP. So basically it will always take 2 turns to kill any Pokemon with a Focus Sash. Well, there's like multi-hit moves that can get around that, but this team doesn't have it. So I'm just gonna Aura Sphere in case it was Focus Sash. Which, considering it just went for Earth Power, it probably was Focus Sash. Latios. Okay, so there is a chance that this thing is Choice Specs Thunder, which will absolutely kill my Blastoise. So I think instead of letting that happen, I'm just gonna go to Glow Score and kind of just hope it Specs Thunder. It's Mega Latios instead. Okay, Dragon Pulse would have been better for me there. Oh well. That's fine. It shouldn't be able to do too much damage to me. It's doing that again. Luckily, Celesteela resists every move that this Latios has. That's still more damage than I would like. Dragon Claw, okay. Yeah, if it gets a critical hit against me, it's pretty scary, but between Leech Seed and Poison, it should die pretty fast. Even if I don't hit it. Yeah, it dies next turn. Do I get enough... Do I have enough health after it hits me to substitute? Let's find out. The answer's no. Okay. If it was 50... If it was above 51, I would have been fine. Oh, they have Latios too? Okay. Well, the nice thing with Mega Evolutions is you can only Mega Evolve one Pokemon per battle. So since they already Mega Evolved Latios, they can't Mega Evolve Latios. There is a chance that it's just like not Mega Latios anyway, but if it was Mega Latios, it can't get those extra stats from Mega Evolving. I'm just gonna try and Leech Seed, hope I don't die. This thing just went for Dragon Pulse. So I think this is like a more defensive set. And in that case, I just beat it for free. Well, okay, it has Recover, so it's gonna take a while to beat it. Because it can just like heal 50% of its HP in one turn. So I'm gonna try and poison it and speed that process up a bit. Luckily it hit. And I'm going to, I guess, just Roost. Yeah, it's going for Recover here. But now that it's badly poisoned, even if it uses Recover every turn, it will die eventually. Back to Celesteela. Get my HP back, go for Substitute, on to Recover. And now I am super safe. I really hope I get a battle where I can actually use Hydro Cannon. Because it's really funny seeing Hydro Cannon actually work well. Because usually those recharge moves, I just stay far away from those. It's like giving the enemy a free turn in a 3v3. Like, there's a chance, like, my Mega Blastoise can get screwed over. And then I only have 2 more Pokemon to deal with whatever happened from the free turn. Whether it's like a free setup move or they just damage and like do a KO Blastoise for free. Okay, most Espeons have Grass Knot. Grass Knot, like K-N-O-T, not Snot. But, yeah, that is a grass move that deals more damage the heavier you are, and considering Mega Blastoise is a giant turtle with cannons all over it, I probably don't want to stay in against that. So we're gonna go Celesteela. And yep, there's the Grass Knot. Now, fighting Espeon with Celesteela is a little bit weird, because there's a chance it has an ability called Magic Bounce, where, like, status moves get reflected back to you if you try to use it on them. So, like, if I tried to Leech Seed, it would bounce the Leech Seed back at me. And I definitely don't want that to happen. I can try it behind a Substitute and I'll be safe, because Substitute is immune to that. But I don't know if that's worth it. because if it does have magic bounce, then I like lose a lot from trying to go for that. I think instead I'm gonna substitute here because I know it breaks my sub. But the next Shadow Ball should not break my sub because this is a full HP substitute. And then I can just kill with kill with Air Slash. Excuse me. And now I have a special defense boost and a substitute, and it's all great. I can Leech Seed this fire type. Oh, it was Z-move Flareon. Well, the great thing about substitute is I get to just eat Z-moves for breakfast and not lose any HP for it. If y'all know what Z-moves are, they were like basically only in these games, Sun and Moon. But you basically just take a move that a Pokemon has and you make it stronger. But you can only do that one time per battle, and you have to like use a specific item to use that Z-move. So, yeah, Blastoise should be fine here. And you know what's funny? I was just talking about Hydro Cannon, but I think this is my chance to use it. Flareon has high special defense, so it probably doesn't die to my other moves, but it definitely dies to Hydro Cannon. So there we go. Leafeon comes in, I can't move, and Leaf Blade probably kills me. Yes, very much so. But pretty much no version of Leafeon will ever beat Celesteela. I'll substitute just in case it has like a sleep move, because it could put me to sleep with Grass Whistle if it has it. But now it's just Sunny Day with 3 attacks probably. Oh no, it's Synthesis. That's okay, you still die anyway. What battle am I on? Where am I at? 97, ooh. Yeah, I can make progress so much faster than before. That's really good. Zeo sends out Mimikyu. Oh, this guy's really cool. So Mimikyu has an ability called Disguise, where if I were to hit it this turn, it would take 0 damage, because it has a disguise to protect itself. But then after that, the disguise breaks, and then I can actually damage it normally. So its ability is like it kind of starts off with a substitute. Although it's like worse than a substitute because I can still use status moves on it. So I don't know, there's a moveset that could be tricky to deal with actually. I'm just gonna hope it's not Sword Stance. Okay, never mind. I need Leech Seed. Ow! Oh no, that's not good. Huh. That's really not good. I have to hope it doesn't Sword Stance here. Okay. Okay. Oh no, it's getting scary now. Shadow Claw has high critical hit rate. Okay, he used Sword Stance, I win. Okay. If he Sword Stances on a substitute turn, it's good. If he does it on a protect turn, it's bad. Because now I can just substitute as it breaks my sub. And I stall it forever, and I get more health back in the process. Crisis averted. That could have gone very wrong. Because if it got a critical hit with Shadow Claw on that turn, I would not have enough HP for substitute, and then it would just probably kill my entire team. Because it has a Z move that could one-shot either Blastoise or Gliscor after a Sword Stance. And if your Pokemon dies, you can't steal health with Leech Seed because there's like no one to receive that health. So it wouldn't take any damage on turns where it kills somebody. Shadow Ball Togekiss means it has Thunder Wave, which is kind of annoying. Thunder Wave paralyzes you, so I'm going to make sure I keep my substitute up. If you're paralyzed, you get slowed down, and you have a chance of not moving every turn. It's like a 1/4 chance. Oh, I missed my Air Slash. That's lovely. That means I have to substitute next turn and probably force Togekiss to die to Leech Seed. Yeah, I think it dies this turn. Yep, there we go. Yeah, maybe a special defense boost would have been nice, but the game decided I missed my 95% accurate move. Yeah. Accuracy is so important. I have this thing where the way I say important, like... I guess it's like the way I say T's. They don't like fully get enunciated all the time, so it kinda sounds like another word. But, yeah, accuracy is very important in any 3v3 setting. Because if you miss, you give your enemy a free turn, and you can do a lot with a free turn. And with only 3 Pokemon, it's harder to recover from giving your opponent a free turn. So, yeah, that's why I'm not using Hydro Pump. That's why I'm not using, there's a stronger special flying move called Hurricane that Celesteela can get. Sorry. A stronger special flying move called Hurricane compared to Air Slash, but it's really inaccurate. Even if Celesteela could learn Hurricane, I would not use it on the Celesteela set because missing is just really annoying. Speaking of really annoying, Lantern is water electric, so it hits my entire team super effectively. And that is a problem. Let's see. Stockpile means it is Charge Beam, Ice Beam. Okay. So with Stockpile, it definitely lives Earthquake. But this set, the way they min-maxed the stats on this thing, it does not have like any special attack investment. So I think I can live Ice Beam. Should I calc that? Oh no, I don't want to do a damage calculation during a video, but I'm almost to 100. This Pokemon can be pretty threatening. Especially because even though it doesn't have a water move, it still hits my entire team super effectively, and that's not good. Actually Celesteela is probably just a better play, always. Freaking turning my Numlock off. Yeah, Ice Beam doesn't kill, but on the off chance it's a critical hit, then it can kill. Critical hits deal 50% more damage in this game. So what I'm gonna do, this thing, even though it does have an electric move, it's not like very strong right off the bat, so I'm gonna Leech Seed. It cares more about getting stockpiles. Oh wait, this thing has Rest Chesto Berry too. Oh no, this is gonna take a while. Okay. That's gonna be okay. Oh, he doesn't even break my sub. Oh, that's so good. Okay. I have to find out what HP they want to try and rest. Yeah, I'm faster, so I could Air Slash there. That was bad. I got so used to fighting faster Pokemon. Okay. I could just try and Power Point stall Charge Beam. Ice Beam has 10 Power Points too. Man. This makes the video so boring, me having to like Power Point stall people, but... Charge Beam is a concerning move because even though it's not very strong, it gives you special attack boosts half the time. Okay, it's asleep. Close score? Okay. So it used rest. The way rest works, you're forced to sleep 2 turns after you use rest. So that was the first turn. This is the second turn, so it's gonna stay asleep. I can hit it with Earthquake. That's not enough damage to do a KO with Leaf Seed. So I have to... I think I Protect and hope it rests again, actually. Ice Beam. Yeah, there's a chance it doesn't rest. So I have to go Celesteela. Because I don't think Earthquake kills from there. Yeah, okay. And, I don't want to set up Substitute just to switch out again. Dude, this sucks. I'm gonna try and flinch it, I think. No, okay. I have a 30% chance to flinch with Air Slash, and that's pretty cool, but... it's not happening here. Yeah, and like, I can't poison it or anything, because... Rest removes status conditions. Oh, okay, this could be good. So I get to Earthquake twice, and it'll stay asleep. And third Earthquake kills. Okay. We did it! We killed the freaking Lantern! Yes! Golurk. Ground Ghost? Can it carry Ice Punch? I don't see Ice Punch in its moves, so I'm going to Toxic. This one is Z Shadow Punch. That's gonna do a lot of damage, but it can't kill. Never mind, that didn't even do half. Wow, that's really good for me. Okay. Yeah, let's beat this guy with Gliscor. Just Earthquake. This is gonna be the Gliscor battle. I'm gonna Reese for more HP, because I think it dies next turn to Poison. Almost. I can Protect. And then I'll be like, close to max HP. Yeah, there we go. Nidoqueen. If this has Ice Beam, that could be annoying. Yeah, there's a chance it can run Ice Beam. But I can just go Blastoise and hope I don't get Frozen, because Frozen is like the worst status condition to ever exist. It looks like it's Sheer Force Poison Jab, because that did so much damage. However, that set does not beat my other 2 Pokemon. So even if I miss Hydro Cannon, I'll be okay. But I don't, so Nidoqueen dies. Easy. Easy, I say, after freaking out about this freaking Lantern. Yeah, like, the 2 biggest threats to this team are probably Lantern and Rotom Wash, because they're both electric and ice. Or electric and water. Rotom Frost would also be scary, because that one's electric ice. Pelipper, I can't do much damage to Pelipper. So I think it's a Celesteela angle, again. This is most battles with this team, I just go Celesteela, because it's usually better at dealing with something than Blastoise is. I use the Z move, I don't care. This thing doesn't have special attack investment, it does have this move called Scald, which is a water move that can burn you, and it's a 30% chance to burn. And if I do get burned, I take damage every turn. And that, like, offsets my leftovers recovery, and I don't want that, so I'm gonna start with Substitute instead of Leech Seed. Alright, it can get a critical hit and break my sub, I'll just Protect for more HP and try this again. Don't be rude. Don't be rude about it. There we go. Okay, Protect for more HP. And Leech Seed. Now, this may seem boring with the stall moves and alternating between them, but the nice thing is, this team is almost finished. I only have one more battle after this, and then after that, if I decide to stream this, I could use any other team I want. And I do have teams that made it to 100 wins that are like fully offensive. I even have other teams with offensive Celesteela, because that Pokemon is so good, it can be this crazy obnoxious tank that you can't kill and steals all of your HP. Or it could set up and boost its stats and just sweep you. This is one of the best Pokemon in Battle Tree, I believe. Like, from my experience using it, it's just so good. Okay. So he set up Rain Dance with Jolteon. I'm kind of surprised they switched, but they definitely still had moves to hit me with. That's okay. Now I could alternate Sub-Protect. I wanted to get some extra chip damage on it with Air Slash, but unfortunately I missed my 95% accurate move once again. That's okay because no Jolteon beats Gliscor. Yawn is a move where basically the first turn nothing happens, but the turn after that, the Pokemon you use it on falls asleep at the end of the turn. So usually you'll see movesets like Yawn Protect. That way it kind of acts like you sleep the Pokemon right away. But yep, with my Poison Heal Toxicorp activated, I can't be statused by any other like statuses. You can only have one at a time. And for Gliscor, that's good old Poison. And best move to hit me is Shadow Ball, that does no damage. Easy. Pelipper's back. It's gonna be annoying, so I go back to Celesteela. Yep, there's Blizzard. It has pretty decent odds of freezing me, but we're just gonna not let that happen with Substitute. And it still has Roost, so hopefully I can hit Air Slash against it this time. Ooh, the flinch. Does this kill? Yeah, there we go. Well, critical hit. We'll make sure it kills. Easy peasy. Ludicolo is water grass. It's like the only water grass that exists. And that's pretty cool. But luckily, it doesn't handle Celesteela well. So, that's good. Goodbye, Ludicolo. Alright. Battle number 100. It's coming up. It's here. So, every 10 battles you fight a boss trainer. At battle number 50, you fight either red or blue, which are the protagonist and their rival from like the original Kanto games. And as you play through Sun and Moon in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, as you play through the post game, you kind of get to decide which one you would rather fight. And then that's who shows up as like the boss trainer for battle number 50. So if you choose red, you never fight blue. It'll always be red, but if you choose blue, then you'll always fight blue instead. But yeah, that's how Battle 50 works. Every 10th battle is just like a random other boss trainer. This one is a Team Skull admin. I almost forgot the name of the team. Oh no. Okay. So here we see Gengar. Gengar's a little bit concerning. How do I want to do this? Plumeria is one of the scariest trainers for me to fight because Salazzle can actually be an issue, depending on when it comes out against what Pokemon. And usually I like having Blastoise healthy for Salazzle, but my next best Pokemon to deal with Gengar is Gliscor. And I don't know if I can like one-shot Gengar with Earthquake. Let me see here. Let me see. Okay, Modest Dark Pulse versus Gengar. Let's calc Mega Gengar, because this thing can Mega Evolve, so there's a good chance it's gonna do it. 50... 50... Those are the levels. Oh, this isn't Mega Blastoise. Hold on. Dark Pulse does considerably less damage from Blastoise if you don't Mega Evolve with it. Surprise, surprise. But yeah, Dark Pulse can kill Mega Gengar, so how much does Thunderbolt do from Gengar? Let's see, it would be max special attack. That can kill me with a crit. Okay. Yeah, in that case I think I have to go Gliscor then. Because if I lose Blastoise entirely for no gain at all, that's not good. So it is Mega Gengar, which means it can Thunderbolt and not do anything because I'm a ground type. And this Gliscor is actually specifically stat invested, so I can always live 2 Shadow Balls from Gengar. So I'm gonna Earthquake and hope this kills. It got a special defense drop, but I got the kill. Okay, good. Lurantis. Lurantis is not a threat. Not really, anyway. Solar Blade became fully charged with Power Herb. Solar Blade is like a physical Solar Beam, where it's like a really strong Grass type move, but it takes 2 turns to actually use it. But Power Herb is an item that like lets you do that all in 1 turn. But it gets like consumed when you use it, so now she doesn't have a Power Herb anymore. So I can just Toxic for free. Payback. I'm gonna go ahead and Roost for the HP and hope she goes for Solar Blade again. She doesn't. That's fine. I'm gonna Protect. Close to max HP. And now we're gonna go Celesteela, because I beat this faster with Air Slash than with Earthquake. But first, let's get a substitute. Never mind, payback broke my substitute. I did not think that would happen. Uh, yeah, I should be fine to try again. It might be a damage roll. Never mind, that just breaks my sub. Okay. Crobat. Okay, I'm safe. It feels the Lazzle, it could be a little scary there, but... Looks like this is Hypnosis Crobat. Crobat can learn Heat Wave, which is a Fire-type move, but I don't think any Crobats in Battle Tree actually run Heat Wave. So I'm basically just guaranteed to win. Oh yeah, Taunt. Taunt is a move that does not let me use any status moves, like non-direct damage moves. So Leech Seed, Substitute, and Protect, I can't use any of those moves right now. And that's another reason why I have Air Slash on Celesteela and Earthquake on Gliscor, is I don't want to like straight up lose to a Pokemon that has Taunt and can also beat Blastoise. But yep, that's it. Alrighty. So, yep. If I wanted to, I could keep going because this is endless. It's not gonna like stop at 100. I could like try and go to 200 or 1,000 or whatever. But that's just too much, right? So, I think 100's a lot more interesting. Like, I also do 100 instead of 50 because you usually don't find a lot of legendary Pokemon by the time you get to Battle 50. But you do get your fair share of legendaries you have to fight in like those other last 50 fights on the way to 100. But yep, the Blastoise team is a success. I am so happy because I had to go through quite a few teams trying to figure out how to make Blastoise work. Yeah, maybe I should save. Silly little Rotom guy. But yep, that was Battle Tree in Pokemon Ultra Sun. Road to 100 wins. Not the full road because, you know, this is kind of like dipping the toes in the water. Our Infi is actually interested in like the side of Pokemon, where instead of just like playing through the game, you get to see like how the competitive aspect of it can go. Because like Pokemon games, just playing through the story, a lot of the newer ones, it's really easy to get over leveled, and then you just kill most Pokemon in one hit, and even though the gameplay is fun, the experience in general can be kind of brain dead. But you have to think a lot more in these like restrictive endless battle scenarios, and I think that's really cool. Uh, if I do end up streaming this next time, I probably will just because I really love doing this. And, you know, why not stream it sometimes? But next time I do this, I've been doing Mega Evolutions in order so far, so of like Pokedex number. So next one should be Mega Beedrill, I think. Either Beedrill or Pidgeot, but I think it's Mega Beedrill next. Alternatively, if I wanted to go back and do all the old legendaries, I could do Articuno for the first legendary. Articuno's usually considered like one of the worst legendaries in Pokemon from like a competitive point of view. But it actually should not be that hard for me to figure out how to win with it here. Or, if you guys want, first time I streamed this, I could show off some of my older teams. Because I think some of my teams with like the older legendaries, it's not the older legendaries, but like my older, newer legendary teams, like the Sun and Moon legendaries. I think the team synergy with those teams are a lot more interesting. So I don't know. I'd love to show that off, even though I've like already won with those teams, and the battles themselves should be more fast-paced. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I hope y'all enjoy. Uh, it's 2 in the morning for me right now, so technically later today is gonna be my second Pokemon Fire Red stream, but I obviously have to sleep first. Because I'm not trying to no sleep and do another stream several hours later. That's just not gonna work. And I have been working on a Discord server for all the Infies that follow me on Twitter. And yeah, I just gotta figure out how I want roles to be handled, but ideally that gets finished tomorrow. And then I can do stream announcements there because I've been doing them through Twitter only. And sometimes people don't like see those tweets and they end up missing a stream that they actually really would have wanted to watch. And you know that I always feel bad when that happens. So just having a Discord where everyone can hang out, and then like all the streaming stuff ends up being way more organized if I do that. Almost done with that. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Pokemon Fire Red. I probably won't do any more videos of this Road to 100 Wins thing, and I'll actually stream those instead. And I might stream the team building process too, because I don't know, I like trying to like figure out how like which Pokemon to piece together and like what's the best way to do it, what items, what moves, what kind of stat investment and natures. Even abilities if Pokemon have more than one ability. But yeah, that's it for now. Hope you all have a good night, good morning, whenever, and peace out.